Hey everyone in the BR, this is Atacom.
And Lax.
It's Lax, as he said. I just wanted to make this video about short handle versus long handle, specifically on reds and their advantages. And as you can see, he's got a slightly longer handle. I mean, it's kind of to here, kind of to here. Mine is the one I've been using recently. My new one is short handle. There's been a kind of a trend lately with longer handle reds and their advantages over short handle reds, and indeed there are both advantages and disadvantages to both, and I just wanted to go over those. When you've got something like a long handle red, kind of the trend that's been going around, handle blocking. When you've got a long handle, you can indeed block with the handle at a less of a risk of getting your hand hit. This is great for stopping shots dead. It's really good for just completely nullifying the force behind a hit. The problem arises when you miss and you end up getting your hand hit and you break your fingers. People supplement that with heavy gloves. This is a softer version of a glove that I just use to protect my hands with everything. But I don't handle block because I have the tendency of doing it wrong. And I prefer the short handles for a multitude of reasons. For one, I like to make my short handle ones with cross guards, and a lot of times I'll end up actually blocking with the cross guard when the shot comes in.
It's not going to work.
We're not going to do it right here. It happens sometimes, it doesn't happen sometimes, but it does protect your hand. And the other reason is, with a short handle, you actually do have more range when you're using, compared to when you're using the full grip of a long handle one. I'm not sure exactly if these are similar length. They're kind of similar length. But when I've got way more range than he does when I'm using my full grip compared to his, because really the range of your weapon when you're using your full grip, as opposed to just using half the grip, is dependent on the size of the blade, not the size of the weapon.
Really, where your top hand is.
Right, where your top hand is.
Half sorting.
Yeah, when you're half sorting, that's the range is from where my hand is. Now, you can go around that by simply gripping down on the handle more. That's fair enough. You also, when you have a longer handle, you have more leverage. You're able to put more torque in it because of the greater rotational force. There is actually more power going into it because the circumference of your swing, think of it like a circle from one hand to the other. The longer your handle, the larger the circumference of the circle is. And the longer that you're in that circle, the more power you're going to be able to put into your swing. Now, that's the advantage of it. You can get more power out of it. The disadvantage is it actually takes you longer to swing when you have a longer grip, for the exact same reason. Because the circumference of the circle you're swinging on is larger. So, when I'm holding it like this, it takes a lot more time, usually, to swing than with a smaller one, because the circumference of the circle is much smaller when you're going around. This is good for when you're using your back edge to hit people with. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of stuff that I've thought of in terms of short versus long handle. So yeah, use that to your advantage. Know the advantages and disadvantages of both, how they apply to your particular style of fighting. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with either of them. They both have their own styles that go along with them, and if you can make it work, then do it. So there you go.